Croquet World Champion. And to commence the proceedings, the officials come on to the lawn and will be followed by the players coming on the arena now.
Did you get that, John? Over.
Oh, good time, nice.
Right, okay, ready? Go. Isn't this camera on?
I've done it, yes? Yeah. I didn't hear you. Please. Don't do that again.
Hello and welcome to the WCF Golf Croquet World Championship 2022. We're here in Southwick on the south coast of England. The sun is shining, the players have been practicing, and here is your opening ceremony.
In England, we have an 18th edition authority. In Sussex, they're very happy to have us perform it. Here to present the World Champion.
What do we have here? Good old fashioned one. Bells and all. Are they going to get the play?
But in honor of this prestigious occasion, we have done a new dance. the bonnet done.
Turn it on now. Apparently, the sound has been a little lack, so I'm going to try and go in and go with the microphone. Oh, this is fabulous.
Okay.
Fantastic! Please let the players have a go. Who would you most like to see doing Morris dancing?
Croquet Association, will about. On behalf of the Croquet Association, very big welcome to the best croquet of 22. Welcome them to the families, supporters, and our spectators. I knew that the Morris dance was going to happen. I found a reference to 1448. Dennis croquet was going at that time, but croquet at Sussex County Club has been for more than 150 years. So I thought to myself, 150 years, learning about coming on from Asia, and of course they have. 3 years ago, at the event here, and it was spectacular. I'm sure as well. So I'd like to thank members of here, thank Jonathan and his committee, well, it's done as far as the players are concerned, I hope that the English sun shines on you next week. And I also hope that you remember Rudyard Kipling, what he inscribed appears over the entrance, the centre court at Wimbledon, Lord Club. Kipling's words are from his poem, If. If you can meet with triumph and disaster, and treat those two impostors just the same, you will enjoy your country, your croquet, next week. Thank you very much. Yes, but I've been asked to move this lectern so that we can broadcast to Australia live. So we'll have to go around the other way now. I'd now like to call on Ian Burridge, President of the World Croquet Federation. Ian.
Afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the 14th World Croquet Federation Golf Croquet World Championship. It seems like quite a long time since we were all stood here, or many of us were stood here 3 years ago for the closing ceremony of the 2019 event when Ben Rothman won the title and was awarded the trophy. At that time, of course, we all expected the next event to be in 2021 in New Zealand. However, unfortunately, COVID has put paid to that. We at the WCF are very grateful to Croquet New Zealand for agreeing that this event be moved this year to England when it was clear that it was still not practical to hold the event even a year later in New Zealand. So we're very grateful to them. And then we still needed to find a host, and we are absolutely indebted to the Croquet Association and their partner club, the Sussex County Croquet Club, for agreeing to host this event at such short notice. We know we're in for a wonderful week because obviously they hosted the previous championship as well. And hopefully they'll have benefited from that experience, and this event will be even better still. I would like to thank Jonathan Isaacs, the chairman of the organising committee, the other members of that committee, the tournament officials, and the volunteers who have given up their time to ensure that this event is going to be a complete success. Thank you too to Ben Harwood, the head greenkeeper, and the other staff for preparing the lawns, which look like they're in excellent condition. And of course, the members of the club themselves for actually relinquishing them to us for the 9 days of this event, when obviously they're going to be unable to play on them, and we are going to have that privilege. I would also like to thank the sponsors and the advertisers who have supported the event and the club at this difficult financial time. An unfortunate fact of the COVID situation and the short notice reorganisation of the event is that the Southern Hemisphere is sadly somewhat underrepresented. This is a significant loss to the event, particularly with New Zealand being the reigning world team champions. However, to those of you who are here and have made the long trip, thank you very much for coming, and I hope you enjoy your time. On the other hand, I'm very pleased that we're again able to welcome a very large and strong contingent from Egypt. I know that many of the players will be looking forward to playing against you, and many of the spectators will be looking forward to seeing you play. Thank you for coming. As well as the physical spectators, we will also hopefully have a significant online audience with the event being live streamed every day. Thank you for the various people involved in making this happening and considerably broadening the reach of the event. I'm sure those watching at home will appreciate your efforts, particularly the friends and families of the players. Finally, to all the players, whether this is your first WCF World Championship or if you're a regular at our events, welcome. I hope you play well, have good fun, good luck.
Thank you, Ian.
I'd now like to introduce you to our guest of honour. Well known to many of us in England, star of Parliament Television recently, our very well respected MP for Shoreham and East Worthing, Tim Lawton.
Jonathan, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, good evening, good abend, bonjour, buenos aires, and for those down under, g'day. For all of those here today. It's a real honour for me to be asked to come and do your opening ceremony on a fantastic summer's day. It's also a great release for me to get away from the madhouse that is Westminster at the moment. And what better place to come on a beautiful summer's day like this afternoon. And what a fantastic location yet again for Southwick to host the World Golf Croquet Championships. And I remember the championships, the 13th, those 3 years ago. I don't think the weather was quite as good in those days, but how great it is to be back here in person, the other side, hopefully, of the pandemic. I know that croquet came to this country in 1856, I think formally is the date, and the Sussex Croquet Club was formed, Southwick Croquet Club as it then became, not long after that in 1869 at the Royal Pavilion. Then it moved here in 1901. And one of the first things I think Southwick Croquet Club did was to install a bar. So they have expertise in how to enjoy themselves here. So you can rest assured that the hospitality will be as good as ever. And I gather in the first tournament here in 1901, it was opened by the Duke of Cambridge. So I'm sorry you've only got me. But I was at Cambridge and I did like playing croquet there as well. So second best. Anyway, for those who saw the Commonwealth Games last night, who needs 73 countries, which I hadn't heard of some of them. Has anyone heard of Nui? Okay, all right, some of you have heard of Nui. But we don't need a 10-metre high bull. We don't need £778 million spent on the ceremony. We have the Chanctonbury Morris men, and we have the fantastic players, and we have the volunteers and the staff, the organisers at Southwick Croquet Club, who I'm sure will make everything run superbly well. And congratulations to Jonathan and everybody who's made this possible. A really fantastic achievement. So I think it's about time croquet was included in the Commonwealth Games. Yeah. We've played cricket in the Commonwealth Games, so why not croquet? And let's make sure the publicity from this event gets to the Commonwealth Games organisers for the next one, because it was in the Summer Olympics for 1 year only, I gather, back in 1900. So it's long overdue that it was recognised for the international sport that it absolutely is at the highest level. But I'm sure this event this week will be every bit as friendly as the friendly games that the Commonwealth are known as, even though croquet is notoriously, viciously competitive. But I'm sure the spirit of friendship will prevail for the whole of this week. So can I wish the very best of luck to everybody for the next few days? Can I extend a special welcome to all our guests from overseas who've come such a long way, but I think you're in for a special treat, and for once we can say welcome to the English weather, which is going to be fantastic for the next few days. So thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you to all the organisers who've done so much hard work, and I'm delighted, officially, with or without music, to declare the 14th World Croquet Federation Golf Croquet World Championships open.
Thank you very much. Now we come on to the flag ceremony. We'll invite each country's flag bearer to present their country's flag at the far end of lawn 1. And we will start with New Zealand. We're very sorry this isn't in New Zealand, but you have the honour of going first. The New Zealand flag is being held by Jenny Clark. Jenny is the British and New Zealand Open Doubles champion. We then follow with Australia, and the flag is presented by Alison Sharp. Alison is a leading Australian ladies player and played with her son in a doubles championship, a national doubles championship recently. Belgium is Pierre Boudry, winner of the World Bowl in Cairo in 2013. Canada, Hesham El Zogby, is captain of the Canadian team and is in the two-tier championships in Spain. The Czech Republic are not here at the moment. Oh, yes, they are. And it's Miroslav Havik. Miroslav has been playing croquet since 2005. Egypt is represented by Omar Fahi. Now, Egypt's Omar can only be described as a legend. He's been coming for years and he's one of their top players. Finland was presented by Helena. Helena has played in several European and World Championship and is their #1 player. Germany is Gerald Emis, and he is the German doubles champion. Ireland is represented by Mark Stevens, who's the current Irish golf croquet champion. Latvia is represented by Tomas Freimas, and he is now played in 2 European championships and is doing great work to grow the sport in Latvia. Mexico, Brian Lozano. Brian's the #1 Mexican player and is also highly ranked throughout North America. Norway, Morten Weaver. Now, Morten now lives in Australia and he discovered croquet as a mere youngster at the age of 59, having been climbing up mountains and various other things. Portugal is represented by the current Portuguese champion, Dusan Terça. Scotland is represented by Stephen Wright, who's a former Scottish champion and the All England doubles champion at one stage. We now come to a legend, Reg Bamford, the only player to hold both the World Association and Golf Croquet Championships at the same time. Spain, unfortunately, have had a touch of the mananas, and I think their flight's still in Madrid. But the flag is being represented by one of our members, and we look forward to seeing them tomorrow. Sweden is represented by Lewis Palmer. He's Swedish champion and a European semi-finalist. Switzerland, Peter Payne. Peter reached the quarter-finals of the Golf Croquet Worlds in 1998. And he had a short sabbatical, which must have been about 20 years, and has come back to the game. The USA was represented by Sharif Abdul-Wahab. No? Where's he gone? Ah, it's Blake, is it? Right. Blake Fields. Blake's one of the leading USA players. We now come to Wales with Chris Roberts, a leading Welsh player and former editor of the Croquet Gazette. And finally, excluding Uruguay, which I'll come back to, Robert Fulford. Robert, AC champion in 2016. Sorry, correction. 5 times world AC champion. And he's the current UK GC champion. And finally, Uruguay. Maria Lam is the one to watch. She's an avid sportsman and it's highly acclaimed in a number of sports. She's now taken up croquet. We'll wait to see with interest how you get on, Maria. That now leads us to the end of the formal session. It gives me great pleasure to welcome back the Chanctonbury Ring Morris men, led by the Squire. During this performance, tea and scones will be served from the marquee, and the bar will open with something a little stronger. Finally, everybody will be expected to participate in this next entertainment session. There's no excuses. Let the party begin. Over to you, Squire.
And they're back. Welcome back, the Morris dancers.
Morris dancing comes from various parts of the UK. You have Northwest dancing, which is the Manchester, the old Mill territory, and they dance in clogs. You have Border Morris, where people wear big coats, and you have Cotswold Morris, which is what we're basically doing today. However, sometimes you have West Sussex Morris. And this is a West Sussex dance which was created by one of our many years ago, and it's called Michael and Jordan Cyclops, or Leper. There's somebody special in the crowds. He looks like he's looking for something. Hope you're seeing this, guys. these were collected just before the First World War, and luckily they were written down in a black book. And because they're in the book, we know the steps, we know the tunes. This dance is from a village in Oxfordshire called Banton, and it's called the Rose Tree. It is supposed to look like the petals of a rose, an English rose. Petals, to be honest. Or normally when Cockney Warwick dancers, they will have white handkerchiefs, but in view of our gracious Queen's Jubilee, we decided to get Union Jack handkerchiefs this year. And next year, it is our Jubilee, and we will be 70 years old. So we'll have some This dance is from Fieldtown, also in Oxfordshire, called the Valentine. Before, you lucky people have been standing there thinking this boy's dancing is easy. We're going to get you to join in with us. Don't run away, Mr. Smith. I can see you.
Here we go. Participation time.
Hope that is fun. Hey!
Time to join in.
Oh, here we go. Audience participation time. Hang on a minute. We've got a couple of Americans with some sticks. I'm not sure this is a good idea. Oh, this could get exciting. Debbie Lines, WCF Secretary General, has a stick. Oh, shoes off. Ian Burridge, hello. That was Nelson Moray declining the idea of doing some Morris dancing.
Nobody's ever tried to yeah. All the people be seriously injured, but we're insured, you're okay. Get over that side.
Jonathan Toy. Jonathan? Also declining. Jonathan Powell declining gracefully. Here we go. We're off. Come on, guys, more sticking. Oh gosh, I might be in the way. Oh, quick. I've just heard they're dancing in a big circle. What a great effort by all the players. Well done. I should say players and officials. There is players and officials taking part in the Morris dancing. One, two, 3. Look at Ben Rothman go. Brilliant. Oh, it was so good. They're going to do it again. Oh, Sharif at the end. Look at you. Great job. It's the socks. The local MP in his socks. Fantastic. Brilliant effort. Well done, everybody. Well, the lectern has been moved, so I'm sort of assuming that that might be the end. Wait and see.
Yes. Can you hear me, John? Number one.
Here. Oh, okay. So we're saying goodbye from Southwick. My name is Alison Warm. Thank you very much for joining us today. Look forward to seeing you over the next week.
Alison, are we back on the up here now? Are we bringing everything down?
Probably ask John.
I